Hey folks, how y'all doing? Well, the light's starting to get a little bit dim around here. It's going to be nighttime pretty soon, but just thought I'd show you some updates on what's going on with this 1972 Oldsmobile Vista Cruiser of mine. Well, I did a whole bunch of other work, as you've seen in some of the other movies, like cylinder heads, headers, the overdrive automatic transmission, but I knew the timing chain was a little bit slack when I am taking off the fuel pump, and by chance I was having to poke my hand into the opening where the fuel pump goes, and I felt the timing chain was very, very slack. Well, here's a new one on the car right now. Really, timing chains should only have a ½ inch slack when they've been in the car for a while, but brand new ones will hardly move, like you can see. This is what's called a double roller type timing gear set. You can see there's like 2 rows of spikes or teeth along both of the gears, and it's a double chain. That gives it a lot more strength. It just spreads out the load over a much bigger surface area. Obviously, when you're putting on a new chain, you just soak it in oil. I might put a whole bunch of that Lucas oil stuff onto it to give it a real easy time on the braking. And this type of timing gear set allows you to do what's called advancing or retarding the cam. If you advance the cam, it'll give you a little bit more bottom end. If you retard the cam, it'll give you a little bit more horsepower on the top end. But I don't know what type of grind the cam is in this car. It does have a little bit of a rumpity rump, but I never really had the time to degree it or to find out what the specs were on it. I really just wanted to get this job done. It was running on all 8 cylinders, and I'm very happy. So I just put the kit on to have it showing on just regular stock, because there's 3 notches that you can put on. There's 1, 2, and there's a 3rd one along the bottom here somewhere. Oil slinger goes on here, and the rest of it should go back tomorrow, I'm hoping. There we go. Something interesting happened. I'm putting on a new fuel pump just to be sure. I mean, you have a thing apart, you might as well, you know, they're not too expensive, and it's really cheap insurance to do. But unfortunately, buddy who owned the car before me, there was a lot of interesting things done to the car, and here's one of them. There was no way this was going to come off. It was totally jammed, and he'd also used some sort of a glue on it. A really patch repair job, like I've been seeing with a lot of things on this car over here. Anyway, so what I did was the other end of the fuel line was in salvageable condition, so I just took another piece of tubing and I just bent it. It just barely clears the water outlet. And so what I did was I put some insulating rope, or there's like an insulation that could take up 400 degrees or something like that, but at least it'll keep the car from getting vapor lock or anything like that. And I did the rest of the line in it too. I was able to put a compression fitting on. I'd much rather have a compression fitting in there than a piece of rubber tubing to patch something up. And it's good to take care of these things before you put the car on the road, because if something happens, then you're going to regret it real bad. So, I mean, it's no glamour puss, this repair job that I did over here, but it'll certainly be functional for the time being until I can get a proper factory type of properly bent line over here. Anyway, so there we go. That's a little bit of work in progress on this car, and anyway, that's how you can see how the fuel pump works. It goes on this eccentric, which pushes this arm up and down, and of course works a diaphragm inside the pump. Anyway, but there you go. Just a little bit of work in progress on the 72 Oldsmobile Vista Cruiser. Best, more things, ongoing project, and next big thing is get the air conditioning system all put back together. The radiator is in great shape, and the condenser pressure checked just fine. So new O-rings, new filter dryer, and a new expansion valve, and I have a rebuilt pilot operated absolute pressure valve. They call that part. It's a pretty troublesome part. It's been open to the atmosphere. Hopefully the air conditioning system will run just fine on this car. Anyway, thanks for watching, and hopefully next time you see this car, it will be out and running again. Bye bye.